Okay, today we're looking at basic factorization, and how I factorize is that I need to look at my last term and find two numbers, two factors that when multiplied give me 3, but also when I add them up I need to get my middle term. So I look at my last number, my last term, and that's 3, and I look for the factors of 3, and the factors of 3, because it's a prime number, I have two factors, only 3 and 1. So remember I said I have to multiply it and it has to give me my last term, and I have to add them to give me my middle term. Let's test it out. 3 times 1 is 3. That's correct. What about adding? 3 plus 1, does it give me 4? Yes, it does. But I'm looking for minus 4. So I could use minus 3 and minus 1. Let's test it out. Minus 3 times minus 1, that gives me 3. That is correct. Minus 3 plus minus 1, it gives me minus 4. So I'm going to use these two, x minus 3, x minus 1. Let's test that out. X times x squared, minus 3x minus 1x is minus 4x, and minus 3 times minus 1 gives me positive 3. That is correct. Okay, let's look at one more. Remember, I have to find two numbers, my two factors of the last term. Let's look at factors of 16. I have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4, and that's it. So remember, I have to find two numbers, either 1 and 16, 2 and 8, or 4 and 4, that give me this when I multiply it, or when I add the two, I get the middle term. Let's try 1 and 16. 1 times 16 gives me 16, that's correct. What about 1 plus 16? It gives me 17, that's correct. Now I have to get minus 17. So I'm going to try minus 1 and minus 16. When I multiply minus 1 times minus 16, I get positive 16. That's right. And minus 1 plus minus 16 gives me minus 17. That's correct. X minus 1, x minus 16. Let's double check that using FOIL. First, x times x is x squared. Outer is x times minus 16 is minus 16x, minus 1x, that's minus 17x, and minus 1 multiplied by minus 16 is positive 16. That is correct.